freeway into the southbound lanes of the 405, and then got back onto the northbound side of the 405. So had a little bit of indecisiveness when he hit Washington Avenue and decided to jump on the southbound side and then back on the northbound side, and has been going northbound ever since now. This motorcyclist has yet to dip below 100 miles per hour here as long as he's been in the San Fernando Valley, continuing at a very high rate of speed, trying to stay in that carpool lane, splitting lanes wherever he has to, and fairly impressive to watch CHP stay so close behind a motorcycle moving this fast on the freeway, especially with the traffic that they do have to contend with, not just one, but two others right behind him as well. So it looks like they are fairly committed to taking this guy in tonight and getting him off of the freeway. Continuing northbound now, getting closer to the Newhall Pass. Certainly appears as if he's going to take CHP into the Santa Clarita Valley. He's moving over to the right just a little bit here. We'll see if he shows any signs of getting off. He will have an opportunity to get on the 210 freeway, but if he misses the 210, if he bypasses the 210, that will put him squarely heading up into Santa Clarita, and it looks like he's picking up a little bit of speed from what I'm hearing as well. Did you say something? Sorry, no, that's okay. Not yet, not yet. Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah, we're right there. So we're committed to the 5 freeway. Though, as we watch up here from Air 7 HD, just how persistent it appears CHP is to staying right behind him. Looks like he may be showing signs of getting over towards the exit ramp. Is that going to put him on the 14, Brendan? Is he on the 14? Did he already commit? Looks like he's committing now, committing to the 14 freeway now, and that will again take him in a more northeasterly direction, away from Valencia, but straight up through the Santa Clarita Valley and up towards Placerita Canyon. So still doing relatively high speeds here, still doing, I think, 100 miles an hour, right around 105 right there, as we show our real-time speed tracker there. And again, CHP not giving him a whole lot of room to play with, still squarely behind him with their lights and sirens on, code 3, as we continue northbound now on the 14 freeway. Coming up on Newhall Avenue. Now we may see them hand this off once again to their Santa Clarita office, but for now this is still California Highway Patrol's West Valley, and that would be the West San Fernando Valley office in pursuit here. Again, northbound side of the 14 freeway. This is a pursuit that started less than a half hour ago, but has already made its way from Inglewood into the Santa Clarita Valley as we continue now at a very high rate of speed, very dangerous speeds on a Monday night. Traffic relatively light now the further away we get from the metro area. For a time, though, it was a little bit dicey, especially through Santa Monica and West LA. Encountered a little bit of traffic up towards Wilshire. Weaved right through it, and really has a lot of freeway to play with now that we're up here in Santa Clarita. This motorcyclist now back all the way over to the left into the carpool lane, and now going to commit to the 14 freeway, going to go right into Canyon Country here as CHP continues this high-speed pursuit. Appear pretty determined to get this guy off the road tonight as safely as possible. You can see we've got 3 CHP units right behind him, as well as their helicopter overhead, who's able to shine that night sun on that suspect. That wasn't the case when they first started the pursuit, but somewhere in the Van Nuys area, we saw that light come on and the helicopter now squarely overhead as he continues northbound through Canyon Country on the 14 freeway, straddling those double yellow lines there between the carpool lane and that number 4 lane. I'm sorry, Brennan, go ahead. Thank you. Looks like the LA County Sheriff's Department is now lending a hand here. Their helicopter now joining the pursuit. So we've got CHP on the ground there. You can see in the shot also LA County Sheriff's Department overhead now. One of the reasons they've been called in here, besides the fact that this is their jurisdiction, is the fact that they have night vision goggles that will allow them to take this pursuit as far into the grapevine as the suspect decides to take them. But once you get past Santa Clarita, things get very, very dark and a bit more dangerous for flying. So they don't want to introduce any more danger to the situation. So they've got the technology, the night vision, to take this all the way into the mountains, and that is what where this may very well end up. For now, though, you can see CHP still not too far behind him. They've got 3 units in this pursuit. All 3 have been able to weave through with this motorcyclist and keep up with him for much of this pursuit. I mean, there was one little patch where he was able to gain a little ground through this Pulvita Pass. I didn't think he was going to lose them, and sure enough, he did not lose them, and now they are all right behind him here as we get closer to Castaic Junction. Or I'm sorry, closer to Agua Dulce, I should say. once again, if you're just joining us on Facebook Live at ABC7.com and our ABC7 app, Chris Christie up in Air 7 HD, following the CHP pursuit here on the 14 freeway, northbound side of the 14 freeway in the Santa Clarita Valley, approaching Agua Dulce, and you can see this motorcyclist now committed to that number 4 lane as he continues at a very high rate of speeds upwards of 110 miles per hour. We've got 3 CHP units right behind this suspect. They tried to pull him over in South LA as he made his way past LAX in the Inglewood area. Tried to pull him over for speeding. He failed to pull over and immediately stepped on it, engaging in a high-speed pursuit, at one point getting off of the 405 freeway. He was going northbound, got off at Washington, decided to go southbound for a short distance, got off at the next exit, and then continued in the northbound direction. We've been going northbound ever since, from the 405 to the 5 freeway, and then onto the 14 freeway, which is where we are now. Again, a high-speed pursuit. CHP desperate to get this guy off of the freeway. We've also got LA County's sheriff helicopter overhead as well. You don't see the night sun at this moment, but they are engaged in this pursuit and monitoring this pursuit as well. So a number of resources engaged here, several different agencies involved. At one point, LAPD's helicopter was overhead as we made our way northbound through the San Fernando Valley. But as things get a little bit darker up here, they decided to go ahead and bring in the LA County Sheriff's helicopter. They have those night vision goggles that will allow them to take this pursuit all the way up towards Palmdale, where things get quite dark through the mountains up here, and they'll have a better shot of him, a better view of him, if you will, as he continues into the darkness, especially if he gets off of the freeway. At this rate, though, he's going so fast, you got to wonder how much fuel he's got on board there and how far it's going to take him. But right now, you can see it's not slowing him down at all. He is all the way over to the left, northbound side of the 14 freeway in South Antelope Valley. Yes. Yep. What do you want to do? End of the line right here. Yep, right there. Okay. Yep. All right, so this motorcyclist continuing northbound 14 freeway at 100 miles per hour, getting closer to the Palmdale area, but as things get darker up here in the mountains, that's going to affect our ability to continue to follow this pursuit. However, LA County Sheriff does have their helicopter overhead with night vision equipment on board, and you can see they've got several CHP units still right behind them, prepared to take this as far north as they can, eventually handing it off to the Palmdale office. For now, though, doing right about 100 miles per hour through, coming up on Acton. right over there. Yep. You got it. You just let me know. So as we continue to keep an eye on this pursuit, we're going to come to a pause here. We're not going to be able to follow it too much further north because of the light, or the lack of light, I should say. You can see some weather moving in as well. Visibility going down as he gets closer to Palmdale. Over the 14th freeway, some clouds moving through here, and look at him speeding up here, really stepping on the gas pedal. CHP, though, still right behind him. This is where the freeway narrows a bit here, but hardly any traffic to speak of. Just a few cars over to his right. He's weaving right through them, going right into the carpool lane there, and there are all three CHP units who will continue this pursuit as far as this motorcycle can go. But for now, though, you're going to start to see this pursuit disappear into the night sky as those clouds move on through. So that's going to do it for us up here in Air 7 HD. We're going to continue to monitor this pursuit. You never know, if he turns around, we'll be all over it. But for now, this is Chris Christie up in Air 7 HD. We'll continue to keep you up to date on this pursuit.